Hello Capricorn, kia ora koutou katoa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and also my Facebook page. If you've come across this video on Facebook. So anyway, obviously you can see that I've got a little bit of a tongue tie there, but there may be something going on with you that's Capricorn. That's where you're maybe feeling a little bit tongue tied or a little bit confused. Which is why things maybe not coming out right in your mouth, out of your mouth, or you may be just feeling a little bit. Some of you may be feeling a little bit. Okay, yeah, confused. I'm feeling like a little bit kerfuffled is the word that I want to use inside, you know, and with things that are going on outside, and maybe there's some of you that may be trying to figure out, you know, you may be in this interesting space where you have created something, not necessarily good, not necessarily bad, but there's something and you're a little bit bewildered by it, and it's and I feel like there's something that some of you may have created, or you can see your part in it, or some of you may not have created it, but you may have had a dabble in it, and whatever is going on. And some of you have fully created it, and the feeling is that you're trying to figure out, because it's like, as I go to say F words, it's like well, not swearing actually, but any F word, it's kind of like there's a little bit of a pause or a stasis moment, and it's like so what's going on there? So there's some sort of movement. So I feel like there's a part of you that maybe wants to get going with something, because we are in this new moon series or phase at the moment, which began yesterday. And it's like, yeah, so some of you is maybe a little bit bewildered, okay, about what this energy is. You may have felt a shift in the energy and felt like, okay, and some of you might feel, oh my God, I'm not ready for this, but I feel like you are. Okay, Spirit is saying, in the energy of Capricorn, your sign is saying, yes, you are. And it's whatever phase you are at, okay? That's what they're trying to, and it's not looking, down 2 years down the road, or how this unfolds like next week or next month or whatever. But yeah, it's like having a little bit of a vision of the future, but it's like where you are now is take notice of what you need to do right now in this moment. Okay, or what right now in these next two, this next week. Yes, look, it's like, yeah, yes, look forward, but it's taking one step at a time towards that goal, because it's like it's out that way, because you're not going to be from here and expect to get that tomorrow, but you're taking a step towards it tomorrow. So it's what I feel like they're saying is like it's like there's a sense of overwhelming that you've put out this dream or this vision, which is wonderful, but it's like the expectation might be that it's it's like I get that, and it's like not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed about what you need to do between now and then, because you already know what you need to do between now and then, but it's like it's not trying to do it all at once. So you would it's like look at the picture like you're over there, but you're here, okay? You're at this point, at this moment in time. So, and it may be that you're needing to look at doing things. So it's like, yes, you are ready, but it's taking one step at a time, or one day at a time, or, or one project at a time. And, of course, the sooner you get yourself into some sort of a flow, or a plan or a system or a strategy, with that vision, and start taking these steps towards it, you'll get there. You'll get there quicker. You might get there quicker than you think. But the longer we sit in the space of overwhelmingness and looking forward and just taking, not really working on what we need to do right now to get to that, it's going to be use up too much energy, and that's when we're more likely to go in our head and not do what we want to do, how we need to do it, or the best way to do it for our highest good. So it's putting that intention there. So there's something about, about being, mindful, setting your mindset. You're getting your mind right to setting your mindset. Yeah, getting your mindset correct, and there's no right or wrong. Okay, so I'm going to change that word because it's like to correct. Okay, get your mindset in the best possible frame of because I just like, they're bringing me to like be notice of the words that you use or we use. Okay, so get your mindset to a place where it's of your highest good. Okay, for your highest good, and move from that place. Okay, move from there, shift from there. Take direction from there. Okay, awesome. That's bloody cool. I could take that for myself, and I'm going to. Okay, anyway. So, and it's like, I kind of want to just like take a breath. And that's where I feel like we're going with that. It's like, I guess we can all take something of that for ourselves at some point in our lives, but it's actually been even more important now than what it was before. It's because you're here now, okay, and you're moving forward, okay, into this, or moving toward, and you're allowing this energy to, attract to you, but you attract to it as well. Okay, so we have the moon, which is interesting. So the moon is about, fluctuations and confusions, and so there's like even that confusion. So it's in reverse. So there may be something that's around you that's kind of like, it's not flowing, okay? So the moon can bring all this confusion, which is what we talked about now. Even though it's the new moon, so they're talking, in the new moon phase, whether it's the waxing moon, the full moon, or the waning moon. So the new moon is it's like a wonderful place or a phase to pick up projects that you have put off. It's also a good time to set off on a new journey or take a risk with something, begin or open a new acquaintance of some sort with somebody. It's also, a time where there's, we can allow, open our mind to the limitless, wonderful things that can grow and come from, new opportunities and possibilities, okay, within whatever we're already doing or with something we pick up and begin new. So I feel like, and the moon can bring a lot of confusion in that sometimes, with the energy that's around it, especially when there are different planets that are lined up. So, but as we are moving, into that energy, we're going to get maybe feeling like we're pushed and pulled this way with emotions and with feelings when the different planets line up, because it's like, there's that wondering and that of what is going on in our lives, okay? So anyway, I've completely got caught up away with that to begin with my introduction. So anyway, I'm Lesley Ormsby, psychic medium, a healer, a teacher of spiritual and mystical things, and so much more. So you may be getting carried away with something, which is pretty cool, and going with the flow, which is okay, but it's like backtrack. Okay, that may be where they're going with that. So anyway. I just want to remind everybody that these are general reads. So just take from it what resonates and leave what doesn't. However, don't throw it right out the door. And when I say leave what doesn't, it may not fit with you right now because it may be more of a forecast reading for you. Okay, so and it may be something that is coming up rather than you knowing what it is like right now. So, and some of you may be in this energy right now. And if this may be, lovely confirmation for you that you're not going fracking crazy, and then just being more and connecting with yourself, and that you are more connected when you think you are. And others of you may be having this intuitive feeling that something is coming up, and you may be resisting something or not doing something, and this may be confirm it for you. Or wanting to run with something. So the other thing is, I just want to say super thank yous, a big super thank you to all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and on my Facebook page, and liked and commented and shared the videos for me. I really appreciate that, so thank you so much for that. For those of you who haven't subscribed, I invite you to and or followed me and liked my Facebook page. I invite you to do that now. Or at the end of the video. But now would be good because like if you're anything like me, I'll probably forget. So which is hence this why Spirit have just given me this little jog that remind me that actually, Lesley, you've just got carried away. So and with chatting and with Capricorn. So anyway, so if you don't, and just going back to that, so if you don't know, it may be that you might need to check out your other signs. So I suggest that you do if it doesn't, fully resonate. Even if it does, and you might want to get a more of a comprehensive overview of what is going on for you. You can check out your other signs, which are okay, this is where I'm going with that. So check out your other signs, which could be, and like I was just going to say, actually, this read is for the sign of Capricorn, whether you're watching for Capricorn and it's in your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. So check that out. And check them out. And if you don't know what your other signs are, there is a link in the description box below that will take you to a website that has a free calculator, and it will work it out for you. And you can check and have a gaze at that and have a peruse about what other energies or signs you are connected to. So it's a very interesting read. So I kind of feel that's kind of where part of the message in a way is like, like I said, sometimes we can go a little bit, get carried away and going one way, and it's like we need to go back, retrace back into, into something that maybe we may have forgotten to look at or view, and it's not a bad thing. So I kind of feel like some of you is maybe like going in that space too of like, of putting yourself down. It's like, with that and doing stuff like that, but it's always, it's like Spirit is saying, it's not the end of the world, which is going back to where in the beginning there, it's like you may be feeling like, oh my God, I don't want to, which is where some of that overwhelmingness has come from, because with this change, and it's kind of like not like you really, to some degree. Okay, but something like this must be sorting out, because there's a change in there's a change in fortune. Okay, so there's a change in the way things are rolling for you as far as prosperity and abundance goes, or something that goes in there. But it's like just sorting it out. And so what I feel when this is like for you at this point, it's like there's with this confusion and fluctuation with the moon. It's maybe there's for some of you it may be, almost a lot of you, it could be that it's more to do with you're resisting the natural flow of the ebbs and the flows of the moon and the energy. So and you're, because we all are, whether we understand the moon cycle or not, or whether we've studied it or not, if we study ourselves and we go a little bit deeper, we know our intuition, our natural side of us, wants to flow and run with the energy that is there. So there's this this intuitive connection, which is international or universal, that we have with the universe, and with the moon and the energy. So it's about tapping into that again, and I feel like there's something about you which is causing a lot of this for you confusion and fluctuation in energy, because it's like you may be trying to go against something that actually probably just need to go with the flow. Okay. So I feel that's where some of that is coming from for some of you. So but it's like just go with the flow of it, because there is something there that is that is waiting for you when you let go. I feel like there's something there that you're not seeing as well for some of you, is that actually there's this prosperity and abundance that's there or coming, but you keep blocking it by letting your mind get in the way, or blocking it by letting this fluctuation and confusion get in the way. And it's like, this is where they're talking about maybe you're the one that's creating it. And 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 buying into something else and distracting yourself from moving forward into a specific way, because that can be happening there, but it's like moving on to something over here that's more in line with where you want to go as well. So it's kind of like not letting whatever's over there or the other one be the instigator of what your of where you direct your energy, and where you direct your vision, or what stops you from where you direct it, or distracts you. Whoa. So there's something about the new beginnings with the Ace of Cups on that row. So I'm going 3 rows across, three cards across and 3 down. So this is the first row, and it's like you've got the Moon, the Wheel of Fortune, and then we have the Ace of Cups. So there's something going on emotionally, a new beginning in the way that you're feeling emotionally, particularly with your relationship with yourself, and also that emotional connection that you have with others as well. So there's something definitely moving in there, and it's like there's maybe and connecting with your intuition and your creative side as you're doing that. So it's about, if you're artistic, or if you think you are, or feel you, or you don't think you are even, give it a go. It's like do some writing or something to write it out. It may be, creativity doesn't necessarily mean to be that you are an artist as in doing, artwork, like painting or drawing or something. So it's doing whatever comes out for you to do. And it's not, art comes in all sorts of forms and ways. So it's like just experimenting with the way where you feel, or how you feel you are creative. Anyway, we've got these 5 cards here that have come out all together. So we have the Queen of Wands. So there's something that some of you are going to, this like energy here. I'm feeling more energy. It's giving you some, energy for, with generosity and strength. Generosity to yourself and strength to yourself as well, to get through whatever it is that you're getting through, you're moving through, and to continue on the journey that you've embarked on. Okay, so then we have stiff competition. So the only stiff competition is you. Okay, so that's where they're going. So maybe you're fighting against yourself, and for some of you, there's a battle between you. So it's like you letting go of that, because I get the Queen is there, like you've got a lot of courage and strength, but it's getting out of your head. Okay, and this, Seven of Wands is you. It's you battling yourself, but it's you battling, not listening to yourself about other people's battles and blah blah blah. So it's kind of like, okay, I'm going to there's blah blah blah. So, and because we have the Queen of Swords is suffering with dignity and resignation. So she's like more in control of her thoughts and her feelings there. When more so in making decisions that serve her, asserting her power in that sense, and making decisions that, serve her for her highest good. So it's kind of like she's getting more out of her head and like more in a grounded space as she's sitting in her throne. And it's like, with a sense of direction and purpose more so now, okay? But in acknowledging the path, acknowledging her thoughts, acknowledging the path forward or the way forward, because she's making some decisions, and because you start making some decisions for you. Because then we have the Two of Swords, so there's some tension and anxiety, so you may be, still of 2 minds of something. And there's also next to the 5 of Wands, okay, so which is some sort of frustration and, struggle and frustration, which I feel is you again, okay, a struggle and frustration about maybe things not moving in the way that you would like them to move, or maybe, you feel like somebody is in your way, or something like that, which is why they're not moving. So it's kind of like, well, actually, there's a yes and a no to that, okay, so it's like sometimes we have to park things up. It's about learning to park things up and continuing with our journey, and not letting our emotions and our feelings get in the way. And it's park them up. It's not like dissing them. It's not like just, not taking notice of them. It's like you're consciously aware of them and you've just parked them up, or you put them aside. So the other side of that is like healing it, at that moment and that time, is acknowledging, what that is about. And, and that way we can allow ourselves to either partially heal it or begin that healing, or depending on where you are with this stage, is like, or, fully releasing it and letting it go with love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, And that's because that's what, you know, that's like, it leaves the door open for that, okay? So then we have the Page of Wands in the last row. So there's like, yeah, a messenger bringing creative ideas with the Page of Wands. So there's probably maybe a younger person, a male energy, who has some information for you and will help you to, you know, cut through the bullshit, your own bullshit, of course, and, you know, and allow these, you know, ideas and things to flow. So they may be like, you know, giving you some idea or, you know, of what a possible outcome. So it's about you now opening your mind up to like all different ways of creatively expressing or creatively what was the word, creatively taking action on it. So because whatever, you know, however, whatever's going on, like with in the past, it's like with these projects, I feel like these maybe it's a brand new idea for some of you, or ideas. Some of you, it may be an old idea, but it's come forth again and presented itself for you to like really take notice of, and now it's time for you to take action in it. So it may not be exactly the way that how you were thinking about it back then, but the same theme is there, and it's probably time for you to actually do it. So or more time, or you're in a better place or a phase or whatever to actually action it. So, and this is what they're talking about, is not letting, you know, whatever it is, like what was in the past, stop you from doing that same thing now. Okay, cool. Bananas. Okay, recuperation and convalescence with the, you know, Four of Swords, and small beginnings with the Page of Pentacles. So you may get a little bit of, you know, or you may get a little bit of time this week to, you know, in pockets of time to, you know, just sit, you know, and take a rest. Because I feel like it's like, you know, sometimes we just need to sit. It doesn't need to be for, you know, days or hours, you know, it could be just minutes, or, you know, and contemplate what's going on and review your day. So I was watching something the other day with Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he was, the fellow was organising, interviewing him, and I've forgotten where I put that little note, and it's just come to mind now. And and it's interesting, I've kind of done this, you know, looked at, you know, what I've done during the day, and, you know, and how I'm feeling, because, you know, we're all going through bits and pieces, and sometimes we have challenges that come up that challenge us, and it's like, whoa, and it's like exciting at the same time, but it's like, oh, hang on a minute. So to get through it, you know, I have those sorts of days and weeks, and, you know, with things coming up and happening around me. So it's like, where was he going? So, okay. And it's like what he was like talking about is, how did I do today, and at the end of the day, and it's like doing a review today of what your day, you know, what your day was like, and it may be in the morning. It's like when you're getting up in the morning or before you get up. And one thing that I had been, you know, doing, but not consciously in the way that he's been doing it, but it was interesting that I come across this, because it actually confirmed for me that some of the things that I have been, you know, Spirit have led me to do, and so it's like what is the greatest ideal of self that I can be today, before you get up in the morning. It's like thinking in that sort of way, and then when it's like when you're waking, and then it's like allow yourself to stay there and just wait until you get into that space, because often, you know, sometimes we, you know, especially through, because me, with my being my strongest sense is, you know, as empath, is an empathic side, but also all my others are, you know, are strong as well now. It's like, you know, we can pick up on things, and as we get through, you know, get better at being consciously aware of who we are, and what is going on, what is our bullshit, you know, what is going on with us, and what we're needing to work through for ourselves, whether it be, you know, stuff from the past or from past lives, you know, in other dimensional times or whatever, or in this moment, in this lifetime. It's like allowing okay, where the heck were they going with that? I kind of feel like I've digressed, but there's a bigger message to it. But they're just like, it's like going, it's oh yes, okay, in the morning. So it's like sometimes we can get pick up on other people's things. So it's like discerning what is ours and what is not ours. So you may be waking up feeling a little bit anxious or a little bit flighty, anxious, but you may be waking up and feeling in a good mood as well. So if you're, either way, it's like just being in that space, and it's like, it's almost like mentally, visually, and emotionally, you're making contact with your day and how it's going to be, how you would like it to be. If you're feeling a little bit, if there's something that's going on in your life that may be a little bit sad, that's your energy's feeling a little bit lower, but you can also do it at any vibrational level. It's just being there, what does my day look like? What is my day going to look like? What do I want my day to look like? Not so much what is my day going to look like and just leave it all go, blah, blah, blah. It's like, but it's like putting that conscious connection to how you're going to be. And if you're emotionally if you're feeling really, really emotional, it's like being, conscious and aware of your emotions throughout the day. And that may be all it is. And it's like, see, the energy is just changing. So there's a sense of calmness, okay? And then it's like at the end of the day, it's like, okay, how did I go today? What did I do today? It's just like a review. And it kind of brings us a little bit more into that conscious, knowing and being that, and when we're wanting to shift something that's come up from the past, like digression from things, and you're distracting ourselves. So, you may be getting lesser and lesser, it may be lesser and lesser that you're doing that, but it's still something there that you're wanting to connect in with. So it's like doing that, going there, okay? Another thing that was suggested is like, okay. Yeah, what do I want to be doing today? Like going back to that, back in, in bed, it's like having a think like later on, like if sitting at your table or your desk but in the back of your mind is what do I want to be more productive with my time, and organized in my work in my day, or it may not be organized in my work and day. Maybe you may want to change it, but what do you want to be productive at? Maybe you're not feeling like you're productive, but doing things productively, or committing to things to yourself, is that in that sense of production. So there's a lot going on in there. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. So just some things, food for thought there. So anyway, regret and sorrow, 5 of Cups has come through. Yep, the 5 of Cups. So regret and sorrow, and that's come through. And I feel like for some of you maybe like go into that, that space. But Capricorn, your energies, the Capricorn energy, is saying, don't go there. Like go there and review it, but because it is part of the learning. But don't stay there. It's like review it. And this is where I feel like they were talking about, here with what Spirit were just bringing up before for me to share, is about this. It's like, visit it, but, turning it around, healing it, with, by through acknowledging it, accepting it, in that sense. It's part of the way that how we heal it. When we acknowledge it, and then we accept it, what is going on, we process it, what is that about, looking at what is that really my stuff, or is it somebody else's stuff? Is it, what is my part in it, and taking responsibility for your part in it, not somebody else's part in it, because we're not in control of their emotions, and healing. That's how we begin to heal it and shift the process towards forgiveness of ourselves, or forgiveness of the situation or that person, okay, or whatever is going on, or, and being able to move forward with that. So I know it's easy to say, and it kind of can be as easy, just as it is as easy to say, yes, but sometimes taking action, there is a process to it. And sometimes that process, doesn't need to be as long as what we make it. And I have, and I get that for me as well. But sometimes it does need to be a little bit longer than we think it needs to be. So it's like, whatever your situation is, it's like, taking a look at it, and not engaging it from there. Okay. Anyway, the last card out is the Three of Pentacles. Initial completion of work. So there's something that's working, that's moving, and I feel like this is like energetically on a healing capacity as well, for what we've just been talking about in the shifting, to help you shift things you may be needing to look at. But there's something there, but there's also something else in the background there to do with your work, your business, or something to do with money in some way or form. You'll know that what that is for you. There's an initial completion of work. So there's a sense of relief in one way that something is actually moving. So I'm just going to draw a card from the Sacred Earth Oracle deck. So this is kind of, this reading has gone a little bit back to front. Okay, so those two spelled out facing up. So there's an alliance, okay, and partners. Oh, patterns. I don't know, I keep reading that as partners because, mind you, it was upside down. So I'm hearing alliance with partners. And I feel like that is you bringing in together that, you know, partially that blending of the masculine and the feminine. So that's partner up with yourself with that alliance and the partners that I'm getting with that. But it's also allowing yourself to, you know, to work with alongside partners as well. So somebody may be wanting to partner up with you or help you out with something. It may be that your partner that you are needing to like partner up with and have a chat, but also patterns. Okay, so this is about recognizing, understanding, healing some patterns, which goes back to pretty much what we were talking about here. Okay, anyway, there's a lot there for you to breathe into and breathe out and brush off, sprinkle and get some fairy dust and sprinkle it around, or get the star dust and sprinkle it around, whatever it is you, but it's beautiful energy that's shifting and allowing it to come out. Okay, so anyway, I am going to leave it there, or the spirit and I are going to leave it there. So my spiritual team and the Zions, angels, as well, because there's some here in the background that will be working with us, and the energy of Capricorn. We leave you with lots of love, peace, harmony, joy, excitement, adventure, and prosperity and abundance. Okay, okay, bye for now. We'll see you next week. Okay, anyway, you have a great day. You have a great day. So where are we going? Where are we going, Spirit? I feel like there's something, anyway, that's it. Let's take a bit of breath. And it may be like, say, where are we going? You may be you that's saying, where are we going? What's happening? What are you doing? So then I might be picking up on, it's like there's something that may be left unsaid. So for you, that you want to say. Anyway, you have a great day. Kia pai tō rā, and we'll see you next week. Bye for now.